Let's do another installment of Tomb Escape. So level 3, 3.1 is the first one that has not been solved. We're going here, and as you can see, we need to go up primarily. So you need to be there by the time it goes up. There you go. Then we go down, and we need to make sure that we get there on time. And you see that we need to jump, for example now, if we get there. There you go. And now you can get there and win. So the only thing that matters is, first of all, we need to get the platform, so we cannot fall down the hole. And second, I think every second path is gonna be good because the fire alternates. So this is a time-based challenge. Now about this challenge, this is gonna be a bit more difficult, I think. Actually I'm not sure what to do with this. Okay, okay, and okay. It's difficult to remember, right? So the first one does the second one does the third, and the third one does the first. So it's an X plus 1 mod 2. No, mod 3. Alright. Very good. Difficult, this is a memory game, so I haven't thought about memory games. I'm wondering what future ones are gonna be like. Ooh. So now we need to understand what is going on. A difficult one once again. Let's see what happens if we move the unit here. And are we gonna get... Yeah, got it. So the idea is that we need to set the thing in motion. Not easy. And now we got screwed basically because I cannot really rotate any of these. But we're still alive. That's gonna be a difficult one. I suspect the following. We get here. We wait until the player moves here, and then this is set in motion. And we need to launch the unit at the right time. So I think we got the idea. So now it's fine. Almost. Let's do it again. I will launch it once this thing hits bottom, or before it hits bottom. There you go. Wasn't easy, but it's doable. Next. Okay, so we'll need to jump upwards. But also taking care of the fire. That's a timing challenge. What about now? Let's see what this is good for. Got it. So we'll need to launch this upwards. For example, now. And it's a bit too late. And this is a bit too early. So early enough it's not working. So we'll need to wait until, for example, now we're at rock bottom. Rock bottom is not working. I can see this straight away. So let's see what happens if we're going upwards until this area in the middle. Then it's too early. Okay, let's start again. What happens if we go a bit more up until the fire? Looks like that's the solution. So going up until the fire. Now let's continue with 3-5. Once again, you need to go in the other direction. So it's a timing challenge, plus the player needs to move back. So I move it once we hit rock bottom. Rock bottom doesn't work. Got the idea. Unfortunately we'll fail. Or actually we won't fail, we just have to restart again. Almost, but not quite. We need to pray, but it didn't work out. So yet another timing challenge. Let's see what happens if I'm starting near the top. That's unfortunate, so we need to make sure that the unit stays on the top. That didn't work. So we need to go before the top. There you go, bit before the top. Start again. Now we're going down. And it was evidently too late. Yeah, I think it's after the first platform. Because by that time we'll have reached the end. Yeah. I cannot tell you an exact algorithm, but it's close to it. The most important thing is that you need to let go as soon as you know that you will land on the bottom. Let's see the final one. There is an archer opponent. And there is another timing here. Okay, let's get started. Now. And here we'll just need to make the timing right. Saved it. It did work. Just before landing. So this was the third chapter of Treasure Secret Rooms. Tomb Escape.